Searching pop-up, searching for opponent. If opponent is not found, invite will be sent.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But
Entering team select screen. The Minnesota Vikings, the home team, are selected.
When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best.
Enter. Yes.
I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening.
Entering franchise hub screen. Things to do. Train. Advanced week. Training complete. Entering. Yes.
Manifesting on my premonitions.
Entering main menu screen. Superstar X Factors.
Make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition, man. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Along getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thoughts, I don't get to take off. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a pass. What they mad for? I just had to do it. Got a really big bag for it. At your mama crib and get money, you gotta ask for it.
Ready.
Complaining, I got a
Ready. You ready? Dead. Was J. CP Cat. Advanced. Oak John Gruden selected. Second. Against. With wins. Kick selected. Ready.
Wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. First down, here's Cousins. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Down to lose 1.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelm, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Watch out, watch out.
Here we go, bring the energy.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing his Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We are 7:34.
From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He's got it, and they'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Cousins. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Now watch move.
Cousins on first down. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. A give. This is Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 29 is wide. 29.
From the red zone now, Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
11 yards there, first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
And the sneak works on second and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Carr. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
That's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me, and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 10-yard line.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Bailey got the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
You ain't doing nothing today. Lie down. Check.
Throwing on second and long. Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On third and long, it's Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
To throw on second and 10. Cousins going for it all. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Ready to run. Hey, let's get this. Under 10. 10.
Shotgun now for Carr. out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. On the draw, Carr leads to Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right down. Right 85.
Ready? Mike 40, Mike 40.
He's right, Chief.
Jim.
On first down, Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he is all the way up past the 25.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
It's going to be a long day. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Here's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Gun.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Jets are out to the early lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
29. 29.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Exit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Come on,
Hey, 734.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's go.
Throwing again. Carr. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Richard on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Brown, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Raider first down, 17 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr gives to Richard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
6:37.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Cousins to throw it. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Cousins now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Ben.
Hey, Zoo.
29.
Now Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
SOS.
Zebra.
Play fake. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter from Foxborough. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They go with Washington to begin the drive. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
6-man. Check curl.
Now a handoff to Richard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
What we got?
On the ground, Richard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Easy. Kill.
Mark 54.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go.
White down. 185. Low.
On 1st, here's Washington. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Washington, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders get a score closer. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And depth chart. Entering depth chart screen. 1 row 58 columns left filter writer. RDT RRE selected. RDT selected. RRE selected. RDT selected. Slot 2. Entering information pop up as a player. You cannot make changes to your team's depth. Entering information pop up as a player. You cannot make entering cancel pop up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
The touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I'm coming after you. Right there, 54.
Hey, no, easy.
54 miles.
Hey, Orbit.
Throwing, Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
It's 2nd and inches at the 13-yard line.
So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. There's a give to Richard. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Check.
Go Chief.
Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We go mic 40.
93. I'm coming.
From the gun, Carr. Anthony Barr able to record his 5th sack of the season.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. They start the drive with Abdullah. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeout in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action now, Cousins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 11 yards there, 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. To throw is Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Cousins able to connect with Treadwell for a Minnesota 1st. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Really got the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
31, Raiders 14. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
They got 6-18. 3 down, 3 down. Oh, hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike 40. OP. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Carr now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 3rd down.
We're good. Express.
From the gun, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
694. Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And able to complete it to Moreau. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Carr now on 1st down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Operating from the gun, Carr. And he locates Luke Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Luke Wilson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will get him one closer. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the give, this is their fullback. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
At the 43-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Vikings, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Post-game report, player stats. Team stats. Entering statistics screen. Team Player stats, Team Oak. Rushing selected. Raiders selected. Team Oak. Receiving selected. Team Oak. Team Oak. Blocking selected. Defensive selected. Play tap 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 tap. QB sacks 0.0. QB sacks 2.0.